You're up.
Alright, I don't have my weapon, right?
Oh, you have your weapon.
Okay.
I mean, you traveled all the way here. Without your weapon, you would have been dead meat.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure. Alrighty, in that case, I just kind of pat myself on the tattoos on my arms a little bit. They start to shimmer, and I sprint straight at the closest guy, raging, and let him say hello to my great axe to the face. Would like to make his acquaintance. You want me to go ahead and roll some attacks?
Yes.
Alright.
You can straight up roll damage right now. There's no way you can miss at this point, because they're all in shambles, and on top of that there's many of them. They're a mob.
Alright.
So do you take advantage on that? What is that?
That's the left number, yeah, is
Okay.
Is the number that I took.
And your damage is 14, is that right?
Is 13, yep. That's correct.
Right. You charge at the closest guy to you, and he looks up to you, but unfortunately he doesn't have time to do anything else, as your axe goes clean in between his shoulder blade and his neck. You almost cut off the guy in half. Your hit is brutal. Blood goes splatting everywhere, and the few legionnaires around him scream in panic. Some of them even dropping their weapons and focusing on their shields alone, trying to surround you with a wall of shields.
Alrighty. And I still get a second attack if we're following
Okay,
still
good.
combat warriors, so... Jeez, nope.
Luckily, as you try to swing a second time, their wall of shields manages to hold you back. Just barely. Even though there are 3 or 4 tower shields in your face, you see the man visibly stagger backwards. You almost broke through, but you were just a little bit short. Vendrik.
I'll be right back, sweetie.
Well, since they're all gathering up nice and politely around him, I'm gonna cast Mustard Gas. This Cloud Kill.
On him
So
too?
Around.
Alright, can you shape it?
Basically, yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
So, essentially, a big cloud of poisonous gas is just gonna appear,
you can?
seeming to spring from him. I think it's got, let me check, I think it's a 20-foot radius.
Okay. Where do you want to pepper it? Right in the middle of the Iron Legion?
I basically want it to seemingly spring out from him, since they're all gathering in a tight circle.
As you do this, wait, what's the DC to beat?
17, and they take half damage if they do that. After all, they did say they wanted us to fight as a team.
Chances are they're gonna fail, but I need to try anyways. Considering the situation, they're in a pretty bad shape, so... Yeah, they fail. They magnificently failed, almost critically so. You see that panic once again begins to spread through their ranks as they're suddenly coated in your mustard gas. Many of them begin to choke, their tear up. A few of them, unable to endure it, even drop dead on the spot and begin to go into a quick seizure. The guys begin to panic. Somebody screams from the back, "Spread out! Spread out! Spread out! Or the Iron Legion!" Rah! They're trying to clearly get the situation under control. But you can see it on their faces. They're not liking the roads. Many of the frontline fighters are about ready to drop their weapons and call it a day. They are clearly unmotivated, but they have nowhere to go as the fighters in the back still seem pretty eager to keep going. Many of them try to back off from Theron to avoid the mustard gas as well. And as they're trying to regroup, Iris, you make your move.
Right then. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bonus action, and I'm going to reach into my coat sleeve and pull out a small little piece of paper. What I'm basically going to do is toss it towards Florian. And I'm going to go Raijin Fangs, Rip and Tear. I'm gonna grant him electricity on his sword. Basically. That's 1d6 extra elemental damage. And then, with my other turn, what I'm basically going to do is drive straight into the cloud of poison. And what I'm going to do is basically slam my fist into one of the heavily armoured guys.
I think what Iris is saying, Vendrik, is fuck your gas. For weak babies.
Your gas is for weak babies.
She ain't no pussy.
Do it.
Right, I'm on advantage because they're still surprised, right?
Yeah, they're still in the surprised round phase.
19. And another one. Critical! Do I have to confirm crits?
Yep.
Yep. I confirm
That's
it.
good enough.
Right, so that's 2 attacks.
One of them's a crit. Do it.
That's the first. That's the second. And a crit is an extra d6.
You just roll to hit repeatedly.
What?
Yeah, you
No,
rolled
damn
to
it! It's meant to roll for damage, but it doesn't seem to be rolling it. I must have done something wrong.
Click the word unarmed on the roll to hit.
Yeah, I did. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, thank you.
There you
Yep.
go.
I did it for you.
Uh,
Somehow.
okay, and then I roll the another one. And then this one.
Roll 2 of them because mine doesn't count.
There you go.
Yeah. And I guess the... Yeah, okay.
The second one that's 19, that's the one that critted, right?
Yes.
Okay. As you enter the gas, some of the legionnaires were trying to run away from it, coughing. They are in no position to defend themselves, and you find them easy prey. You dart in with a flurry of blows, legs, kicks, arms, kicks, everything. Bam, 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 bam. You literally unleash on everything around you because you are unaffected by the gas, unlike them.
You're
A few of
welcome.
the men end up on the ground after you toss them like ragdolls.
I'm just picking one up by your
That
foot.
means nothing.
Toss it.
You just pound through it with your heavy fists. You make sure to confirm at least 4 or 5 guys are on the ground. Is your damage lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
While your hits make sure to not take their lives, the mustard gas will surely take their lives if you leave them like that. Not that you have any room to care for that right now. The next moment you dart out of the gas on the other side, but there's nobody to greet you. These guys are not ready for... They clearly didn't expect anybody to make it through the gas, and even if they did, they're in no position to make any kind of resistance with their weapons still disheaved and their armors out of place.
I'm gonna shout back to the others. Try to take out the guys past the shields. They're annoying.
Vira, you're up.
I'm going to run forward, not enough to really be in the fray or at the mustard gas, but I'm basically going to stick my hand out towards Theron, and basically he's going to grow. So now they gotta deal with a giant Theron.
With a lightning sword.
With a lightning sword. Also, because you're growing, you get to deal an extra 1d4 extra damage.
Just piling damage on tank. Awesome.
What? It's gonna work!
I know, and
We
it's just
might
crazy.
as well buff up the guy that's gonna hit them repeatedly. Like, this is gonna work. He's about to just
Now that's
fucking
one
wreck
big
them.
fucking barbarian.
Well,
Yeah, they're about to fuck. He's about to fuck them up.
technically, I'm a
Also-
deep Esper.
Can exactly how much space is between the Legion and the mustard gas?
Some of them are in the gas, they're dying from it. Others, they're trying to get away from them. They're a good like 10 or 15 feet at most.
All right, so I'm going to
That's bad news.
I'm
Moves
going to
every turn.
I'm gonna put a cloth to my mouth and run through the gas so that
that's
I'm
all
just
right.
on
I can
the other
just part
side.
it in front of you.
Oh, alright, so I'm just gonna run past the gas. So basically, I'm with the others, but I'm still gonna hang back so I'm not in melee range because while I can, like, cast spells, I'm still squishy. I'm squishy,
Okay.
squishy. But yeah, basically, I'm just gonna, like, make him, like, grow, and then I'm just gonna go, like, point to those guys, and I'm gonna yell, "Show me what you're worth!" And there, yeah, that's it.
I think that's a challenge for you, Theron. Let's see if you can live up to their expectations.
We'll see.
Alyssia, you're up. The guys have had a moment to recover, so they're no longer surprised. They have their weapons, they have their shields raised. While their formation is still in shambles, at least they're capable to defend themselves. And the first thing they see when they pick up their weapons is a giant fucking angry barbarian and a cloud of mustard gas.
With a lightning sword.
With lightning sword. We don't
Wait,
forget
doesn't he have
that.
an
They
axe?
are
Oh,
not
axe.
getting a
Yeah,
good
I have an
name.
Okay, so are they within 5 feet of him?
Firion?
Yeah.
Oh god, no.
Firion is either dead or was in full retreat.
No, okay, so... Okay, nobody anyway close to him. Right, is there anyone really close to Iris at this point? Iris.
Yes, since she went on the other side of the gas, she's actually the closest person to enemies.
She's just grinning away. Just standing in front of him.
How far away are them from? Huh.
She's about 10 feet from the nearest legionnaire.
Can you be a little bit closer? Ah, damn it.
How far am I away from the nearest legionnaire?
I assume that you're somewhere behind Firion, right?
Yeah.
So you have the mustard gas between you and the battlefield.
Oh no, I went through the mustard gas.
I thought Firion was on the edge of the...
No,
Yes.
Firion's in the middle of Master Gas.
He's basically the point where
Oh,
somebody.
since you're in the middle with Firion, like just past the mustard gas, like the closest enemy is about 20 feet from you.
Alright.
Well,
So
okay.
considering their armor and the muddy terrain, you're pretty confident you're in a safe spot.
Well then, I'm going to use my cunning action to reposition, so I position myself a bit closer to Vira in case shit goes down. And I'm using my read action to activate Mantra Enchant
Okay,
on my legs.
okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be my turn. Because that takes an action, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Firion, you're up. Let's see what you got.
All right. I'm moving towards the closest person, and I'm going to be recklessly attacking, which means I have advantage on all of my attacks. So.
Do it.
Jeez. There we go. 27, much better. Then I add the additional D6
And D4.
And D4.
and roll 1d4 as well. So that minuscule damage that I rolled, jeez.
So that's 16.
Yep,
16. Okay.
D16 damage.
With a battle cry, the enlarged Theron runs through the mustard gas for the closest legionnaire. You see the puny guy in front of you. He's dropping his shield and his sword at the mere sight of you. He's about to start begging for his life, but you don't care. You immediately slam down your weapon hard, almost shaking the ground beneath you despite it being muddy, with full force, completely obliterating his chest area and his entire chest armor. The guys around him, yeah, they don't want none of that. They immediately start backing off, not even considering attacking you. they begin to they raise their shields again and start going backwards away from you. That's it. That's all they can muster. You hear the guys from the back shouting, "Fight! Fight! Fight! Why are you here? Don't give them an inch! Fight!" But the guys clearly don't want to listen to their leader. They're backing away from you.
If the guys backing up were within range and leave my range, I can attack them as a reaction.
They're not doing they're not using their entire action. They just took a 5-foot step kind of deal. They're very carefully backing away from you, basically. They're scared. Their legs are shaking. You can see fear in their eyes. They're not thinking straight right now. Vendrik,
Okay.
you're up.
Who did he say was that? Vendrik?
Yeah.
Vendrik?
Yeah.
Speaking of muster, it's a concentration spell, so it just creeps forwards with him.
What's the distance it travels?
I can make it travel. You said they were, what, 10 feet away? I can make it go up to 20.
Oh shit. Okay.
So I'm going to envelop them, and then casually with the other hand fling a fireball at the very back at the guy shouting. God, I rolled fully for damage. Unless what damage must gas does this round.
What's the DC for the fireball?
Fireball is 17, take half damage, intelligence, and
Right. Well, again, they fail for both the fireball and the mustard gas.
so I mustard gas the ones at the front and then hurl the fireball absent-mindedly at the guy that's trying to rally them.
So, as the mustard gas is creeping up, you see another wave of legionnaires begin to cough and to drop down. You hear the leader in the back. "What are you doing, you imbeciles? Is this how you defend the Iron Legion's honor?" And as he screams that, his legionnaires just see as a fireball slams him
And
right in the face.
As a bonus action, I'll say, no, you really should run. I've got like 9 more of these.
The legionnaires watch with horror as their leader screams. Body drops to his knees. The helmet pops out, and there is no head to speak of on his body. Your fireball clearly not just burning his face or skin, it burned straight through his brain, through his bones, through everything. It's all liquid crap, and it all came flooding down with his armor. The legionnaires are horrified by the sight of their leader with no head and his helm on the ground.
The fireball also has a 20-foot radius.
I am so flinching at that. That's just like, oh, don't need to see
I've got
that.
a ton of AoE. I basically smacked him, took his fucking head off, and then
Do you have a single target spell?
Theron, what are you up to?
Well, I'm assuming that there are some people that are within range and need to be acquainted with my axe.
Would be correct.
Alright, so I would like to acquaint them. Recklessly. Right. And am I still enraged and have lightning axe? Or just,
no lightning,
just
only rage.
Or,
Not, no lightning.
Yeah, alright, so... 4 and... Oh, jeez. Nope, I forgot to type space. Alright, there's that, and the damage.
Nice. A few of the nearby legionnaires that were slow on the retreat end up getting reacquainted with your axe. You catch the first one right in his gut. Rather than being split in half, however, rather than split him in half, however, you decide to be a bit more, shall we say, brutal with this one. Considering the size and strength difference between this man and you decide to be a bit more creative this time around. Rather picking him up with your weapon and tossing him at his nearby friend, who begins to immediately cry like a baby and probably shits his pants. Not that you would care to find out for real if he did that. As he's trying to get up, however, your second swing comes in and you clearly behead the guy. The head flies over the battlefield and ends a good 30 or 40 feet away. Quite a good distance, you'd say that's...
I mean, I guess to just feel like I killed somebody, because, like, all I've really done is make the guy go big and help him kill people. I guess I'll just Nito somebody, I guess. I mean, I just want to feel like I'm really participating. Or I might get yelled at for not doing anything.
16, right?
Oh, I love the image of that. You just like
Shit, no,
I just want to
can't
feel
do
like I'm participating as a guy's
So that's
life.
necrotic damage, right? That's necrotic damage. Literally, Grave Ward me to the first of the dead. Quite literally. Like it, love it. Perfect.
Wow.
Like cheerfully just going, I just want to help as a guy.
Is that single target or is that splash?
No, that is a single target. I'm pretty sure.
The guy that Alyssia is quote-unquote having problems with, or the other guy's trying to run away?
One of the, yeah, let's go with the one that, Alyssia is having problems with.
Alyssia, the guy beneath you is irritating the fuck out of you. But you're more irritated by the fact that you actually missed him.
Yeah,
You
how the fuck did I miss
uphold
someone
yourself
in
to-
range? That is stupid.
Standards, and you can't stop but feeling that you kind of missed the bow on that one, and well, not really paying attention to the guy beneath you because he's no threat to you. You're more lost in thought on how you could make such a mistake and how can you make sure that this never happens again. You're your own worst critic after all. And as this is happening, suddenly the shouts from beneath the tree stop, which honestly has you perplexed for a moment. You're thinking, did this guy run away? Is he climbing the tree? What's going on? And as you look down, all you see is a skeleton inside an armor. And as you're wondering what's going on, the skeleton just collapses, and so does the armor. And that's it, really.
And, Vira just, like, calls over and gives you a thumbs up. I'm helping! But
Yeah,
yeah,
I got nothing with it. He literally became a skeleton.
Alyssia just looks from the like collapsed skeleton to Vira, back to the skeleton, and back to Vira, and like shrugs. Like,
Well, I guess
okay,
that worked.
Psychopaths. All of you.
I'm not a psychopath, I'm helping my friend.
I don't know. I don't know if Alyssia is technically a sociopath. If she likes killing people.
Right. As the dust begins to settle and calmness returns to the outskirts of the city, the beautiful tavern is once again on the outside, bathed in quiet and relaxing peace, while the inside is buzzing with music and excitement. You know, considering that the tavern is in front of the tavern is a massive grave of about 100 corpses that have been either killed by gas, electricity, beheadings, and whatnot. But you know, shit happens, right?
I'm just gonna go back in.
I mean, it's not that big a deal.
And just cheerfully go, so what did I miss?
Alicia's gonna approach Gordon. Where exactly did
Right,
you hide this?
So I'm assuming you guys are making your way back inside the tavern and towards the table, is that correct?
Yeah, just gonna cheerfully sit down
I mean-
and ask what I missed.
Yep.
Assuming there's no one left to kill.
Yeah, everybody's dead.
Okay.
So as you approach him, Alyssia, Gordon just says, Oh, he points towards Andri. When you look towards her, she just smiles. Magic.
Magic.
Okay.
Do you want me to put it back, dear? Or do you wish to keep it here?
Well, I don't know. Maybe this evening will keep being eventful. Better to have it around just in case.
Oh, well, if you prefer so, dear, but I'm pretty sure that nobody else would dare mess with you after that scene outside. As you guys take your seats, Logan looks quietly towards you guys for a moment and goes, well,
They were
So-
a bit sloppy.
So just because they have a bad reputation, and just because they were sloppy, you decided it's okay to take them lightly and do whatever you please.
No.
I think everybody fought to the best of their ability.
Really? So fighting to the best of your ability includes you posing on top of a pile of corpses.
Wait, who did that out of character?
Me.
Yeah.
There is.
I didn't pose. It was more like it's like she goes, I was following a technique that Ruhana taught me.
He doesn't even look towards her and Ruhana doesn't react. They clearly both know you're full shit.
Posing afterwards was more my thing. It's not my fault I was bored. They were running away anyway by that point.
Bored. You were in a fight of life and death, and you were bored.
She's gonna look dead serious. Yes.
Surprising. I thought Ruhana was the most arrogant person I've ever met. Clearly I was wrong.
Whoa.
And what about you, Alyssia? What do you have to say about your performance?
I missed one arrow. That is unacceptable. I need to practice.
Yes, and you decided it's a good idea to stand there and think about it, while one enemy was directly under your feet, making a scene.
Well, he already threw away his weapon and he couldn't climb the tree with plate armor.
So that made you believe that he is powerless and you shouldn't be on your guard.
I knew where I had him.
Oh, you definitely tried your hardest, I saw that. You tried your hardest as an individual, not as part of a group.
Hello?
Why did you not dispel the mustard gas as soon as your allies started running inside it?
Oh. I think he's... Ah, okay. He's
Vendrik
gonna be
goes
right back.
silent as he downs a beer.
Yeah,
Slowly,
he's
just glaring.
Just gonna drown a beer.
Just go, go.
Who's the next person he's gonna berate?
I mean, there's one person left.
Wait, did you already berate the berserker? Oh, sorry,
The
barbarian.
berserker was being a berserker.
Yeah.
Wait, so is he gonna yell at me now?
Yep.
You can
What did I
berate the berserker.
He just doesn't
but
like
the berserker's
women.
just going to rage and run.
Okay, fine. What's he gonna yell at me for? I didn't do anything.
Maybe that's the problem.
I...
I don't know.
So, Adam, your mic, what's up, man?
I think he's
He's just
talking
being
to
back.
someone.
Really
Yeah.
loud people in the house.
Yeah, it's just
About it too
background
much.
noise.
As aside, what about you, Vira?
I attempted to aid my allies as best as I could.
Oh? And why did you decide that was a good idea in the middle of the battlefield, since you clearly lack the skills to fight in close range?
I attempted to keep my distance from close range while still supporting my allies that could fight in close range to better amplify their abilities so that I would not be thrown into the fray.
And you think you picked the best spot for that? What
Yes.
happens if if Theron got surrounded by enemies? You would in fact also be there, and then you would be a liability not only to him but to the entire team.
I have other skills that can get me out of situations such as those.
Is that so?
Yes.
I'm assuming it's magic.
Yes.
And what if you can't cast them? Do you have a way to defend yourself?
Yes.
Really now?
Yes.
Like what?
Well,
She
I
has
have
me.
my quarterstaff, but I also have something else. I'm just gonna kind of look at him.
Yeah, he knows what you mean, so he doesn't say anything else.
Oh, so it's just the non-mages that have taken the
So there is a
body.
demon here.
So,
Also
it
the character, by the way.
seems that we have quite the interesting split. Theron, he doesn't say anything about you. Clearly, while he chastised all the others, he doesn't say anything about you. He's clearly okay with everything you did.
I mean, I was waiting for it, and I was going to be like, well, they're dead, heads are missing, chest cavities are gone.
He doesn't say anything to you. He knows what you did, and he knows why you did it, and that's good enough. Well, it seems, on one side of the table, we have individuals who take great pride in their skills and think that everything that happened tonight is clearly beneath them. So, they decided it's a good idea to let their guard down and make mistakes. And on the other side of the table, we have mages. Their skills have led them to be quite arrogant, and that is going to end up killing them. Well,
not in character, but I mean, I
this has
wasn't
been
being
quite
arrogant.
enlightening.
I wasn't being arrogant. I was attempting to be support. Like, I was, while I was behind him, I was a good melee range away. I was not in melee range. No, this is not in. No, this isn't in character. This is not. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
out
no,
of character.
that's just what he's saying.
Out of character, like, he's wrong as fuck.
He taps his finger on the table again. We went out there and clearly showed you how a team is supposed to fight. Are you confident you can do something like that?
If we get to know each other more, I'm confident we could.
This is not about time. Soldiers are not thrown together in a unit because they're friends. They're thrown in there because they're expected to fulfill a task.
Normally you know
You
who's
all
doing
fight
which task.
great as individuals. I can see that you're well trained and quite strong, but we don't need individuals. We need soldiers. Soldiers that follow orders and know how to fight as a unit, not as individuals. Do you honestly think you're all that? Do you honestly think you're that strong, that fast, or that smart? You face humans, and yeah, by human standards, you may be strong, but that's by human standards, and we're not going to be fighting humans. Which one of you has fought a demon before?
I raise my hand.
Technically, like, Iris is about to raise it and lowers it, it's like... don't think it counts, it keeps it lowered.
I'm pointedly keeping my hand down.
Theron raises his hand as well.
He looks towards Andre first
just
for
to
confirmation.
confirm,
And she says,
Experta, I assume I haven't fought a demon.
no, you
Just
can't.
confirming that I never have fought a demon. Okay, yeah, cool. Then now I know.
Yeah, so it's me and Theron, your hands up then.
As Vendrik raises his hand, Logan looks towards Andre for confirmation, and she tells the kind of demon that you have experience with. He shakes his hand. That barely qualifies as a demon. I'm not even gonna
But
acknowledge
you didn't
that.
say which type. And I continue to grin.
But yeah, I'm gonna I'm just kind of looking at him as I keep my hand down.
He says, you don't count.
Well, I didn't raise my hand.
I
Also,
know
that is
you
not
didn't.
in character. That's not in character, but I didn't raise my hand.
Yeah, I know you didn't, but he just says that as he looks towards you. You don't count. Just to confirm that you don't count. Theron, as you raise your hand, he looks towards you. Oh, tell me.
This was the way that I came to encounter Albert. The first meeting I had with him was an unfortunate encounter that my tribe had with the demons.
Tell me, how old were you?
Around that time, 6 to 7.
How many of your tribe were with you? I assume that since you're from a tribe, from what I hear, there are no weak men among the people of the north. How many warriors were with you?
It was a relatively smaller number. We were looking to hit a relatively weak village. It was perhaps 20 or so of us, 15 to 20.
The demons you fought. You were young, but what did you think of them?
They moved fast. They looked of shadows. They fought ferociously and seemed to take wounds that humans should be able to bear.
Tell me, since you're the one that has the most experience with them from you, he looks towards the party members, your rookies. Since you're the one with the most experience, what do you think? Do any of these people at this table, not including obviously us, he points towards the noble moon masters. Oh, it's so hard to make a distinction. Fuck me. Tell me, do you honestly think any one of these people here at the table, again referring to the PCs, can single-handedly take down even one of those demons you faced?
I think it would be difficult, but perhaps some of the weaker demons that were there, certainly not the strong ones, it would be possible that...
Alright, so you're saying it's a coin flip. Now, tell me, Vendrik, since you're such a smartass, what happens to a human or a demon that passes through the portal?
Well, depending on where they are, they usually end up dead within a week. Some cases,
and why is that?
Because the people around the other side don't take too kindly to it.
Is that the only reason?
Well, some theorize why the demons are, but like you said, there's many different types and many different reasons. Some are territorial, enjoy it.
Looks like Andre hasn't taught you everything, or you have not been paying attention, because anybody who has studied demons and their behavior, or knows of people that have been on the other side, will tell you that no matter who passes through that portal, suffers adverse effects. The reason most die is because their body can't cope with the shock, and those that do manage to cope with it find themselves severely weakened. The reasons humans managed to enslave so many demons is because once they passed through this portal, they were incredibly weak, almost on the verge of dying. The demons that you faced, Theron, were weak. They were not at their full strength, and yet they still destroyed your people. Do you still think the people here stand a chance against them?
Individually, likely not. As a group, perhaps.
And it seems that the only person here at the table that got my point is over there. The person who's half asleep.
Out of character, I understood his point. I was just kind of slightly
in
offended
character,
that...
I understood your point. You're just being a prick about it.
Yeah, out of character, same attitude. I get your point.
No, that's in character. I tell him, I understood your point. You're just being a prick about it.
Oh. Well, out of character, I agree with him completely.
Oh yeah.
Alyssia pipes up before this can get devolve into another word button. I believe you said this is supposed to be an assassination.
Yes.
Usually assassinations are not undertaken as a group at the same time.
Your point? That is correct. Which just shows to prove you the severity of the situation. This is not somebody that one individual can assassinate. The Overlord is strong enough to level entire continents with his power if he so wishes on the other side. While he will not be as strong here, keep in mind, he brought his entire castle to this side from that world. That is the kind of magic that mages can only dream of. And do you think that none other have tried to assassinate him? He has many enemies in the demon world. If we're going to take him down, we're gonna have to make a lot of preparations.
Naturally. But the point I was trying to make was, if we try to assassinate him as one single unit, I believe we will be detected.
There is no way we can surprise him. I call it an assassination, but we will not be able to be subtle about this. He can hear heartbeats from miles away.
Ah, that clears it up then.
Sadly, we don't have much time. And it seems that after my short discussion with your guardians, we're a little short on options. So, but to reluctantly accept any help I can get right now. I assume you understand where I'm going with this.
It is no different than any contract. I will follow my instructions.
I'll do it.
Albert sent me here for a reason, so I believe that he trusted you, and so in turn I think it is best if I do the same.
I will come and lend my assistance as I can.
Very well then, but keep one thing in mind. I will stress this point again until it sinks through your thick skulls, and as he says that, he looks towards Vendrik. You are not individuals. You are a team. You will live as a team, you will fight as a team, or you will die as one. Keep that in mind going forward. If you do not learn how to pull off simple things like we just showed you earlier, you will not survive out there. Your lives will depend on each other. Keep that in mind. You will not survive out there on your own. Not where you're going. Very well then. Henri, do it again. Ruhana says, I hate this part, and she plugs up her ears as Henri claps her hands, and again bells ring out and your ears scream. Ping.
Ping.
Right then.
So, you know, I just realised. Does that
Moving
mean
on.
that the entire time that Vira was shouting, no one could hear her? Apart from us? Yeah,
They
it's
just
that
hear
guarded
me.
against outside people hearing, right? And that was still on.
That's
Wait,
actually
did we-
kind of funny.
Right.
They had no idea that I was calling for their deaths.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. Think about it. The thing was on.
Yeah, but like, were we still under the influence of that spell?
Yeah. Just turned it off now, didn't she?
No, it actually dispelled as soon as you guys left the tavern, so...
Oh, so they
Oh.
didn't know I was yelling.
Yeah.
That would have been funny if it
Not
didn't.
that they
Yeah.
cared, they were too busy running away like cowards.
Like, I thought they were I thought she was reactivating it rather than deactivating it, so yeah.
Oh yeah, she activated again.
Oh, so now they can't hear what we're saying again.
Yeah, nobody can hear your conversation again. First of all, Logan takes out the big map and places it on the table. It's the map of roughly the continent as you know it. This is your first time actually seeing quote-unquote proper map, as this is clearly a work in progress, handmade and all that. Right, key points. We're here. We're going to have to make our way here towards the front lines. We'll just add things to the map as we go to make it more useful. This is rough. This is what I could do roughly on the run as I was making my way back, so I didn't have time to finish it. Our ultimate goal is gonna be here, on the eastern side of the continent, where the capital, the Circadian capital, used to be. Right now, as you can see, it's a huge mountain range. Keep in mind that wasn't there 20 years ago. Another side effect of the overlord placing his castle here. His castle is built into the entire mountain range. It's massive. In the meantime, while I am busy babysitting Hyurukis, the rest of the team is gonna head up north and secure us a small hideout. One that we used to use quite a lot back in the day.
Wait,
This
so
will be a
Roland's gonna
perfect
leave.
opportunity.
Roland's
What?
gonna leave Vira alone with this guy?
Exactly.
Oh,
Aren't you lucky?
I don't like him. He's mean to me.
He's mean.
Have you tried calling him a prick to his face?
No, because that's not Vira's style.
By my estimate, it will take us about roughly 2 weeks to get the front lines. Once there, we'll make a quick detour to the hideout. This will give me plenty of time to gouge out your other abilities and see how you'll start to work as a team, or rather fail miserably, one or the other.
Lovely.
Out of character, I feel like anything we do is never gonna be enough for this guy.
I would think
yeah,
this
he's
journey
a
is
cool
going to
man.
be the journey of berating us.
No,
The
that's
journey
why-
of
that's
you
why
did
every time
everything
he starts
fucking
berating
wrong.
you berate him right back.
He's going to
Tell him
punch
to
you
fuck
while we're
off
out
to
there,
his
you know
face.
that.
Yeah, tell him to fuck off to his face. See how that works.
I mean, it worked for me. He conceded the argument.
No, he
No,
got
just because he didn't respond to you doesn't mean he conceded.
That is conceding it.
God damn it, Adam.
He decided it's poor sportsmanship to argue with a child.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
poorer sportsmanship to lose to a child.
You
Now,
were
since
raised
your
wrong.
GM didn't prepare the right pictures, he doesn't have a picture to show you of the artifact, but he shows you off a small bracelet with a whitish gem embedded in it. You're going to need this. It doesn't matter who has it, since I'll prepare a few more by the time we leave. You all have one. You're gonna need to wear them.
I'm gonna.
What's
I
it do?
want to check it out, see what it is. Can I see what it is?
Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, I didn't prepare the picture, so
Yeah,
I prepared the wrong one, so
just
sorry,
asked
no,
him
I
what
can't
it
show
does.
it to you this time.
Ah, well, see
Imagine
you
it
next
like
section.
you wanted, it's fine.
Cool.
It's a basic bracelet, it actually doesn't take up a slot, because if it took up a slot, that would be pretty dickish of me considering what it does.
I asked him what it does.
It can collect the souls of dead demons.
Ooh.
Oh. That seems like a.
Once
heavy
again, you
thing.
see that a lot of the masters are quite surprised by the invention of this. Even Anri, who's supposed to know everything. Rather than surprised, however, she looks irritated because of the fact she didn't know that can be done.
I assume there's a reason we want to collect their souls.
There's a lot of powerful demons that have tried to kill the Overlord, and yet they've all failed. If we're going to be successful, we're going to need every edge we can get, and these are going to give it to us.
Interesting. I'm gonna try attaching it to my where it's meant to go.
Nothing happens naturally.
Aww.
Oh wait, so do we have them? Like, is he giving the bracelets to us?
There's just one right now, but he said that by the time you leave, he's gonna prepare one for everybody.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's like I was hoping something would happen.
As you can imagine, this is not the type of thing that you should be running your mouths about, be it human or demon. Nobody needs to know about this. There have been no cases of humans being able to consume demon souls. This is a trait unique to only their kind. Never tell anybody about these bracelets.
Too late.
2 questions. Do they only absorb demon souls, and what are their range?
Go ahead. Yes, they can only absorb the souls of demons. Humans are unaffected by these. The range is quite limited. You need to be close to the target, a good within 100 feet. As long as the target is dead, you should be able to consume the soul.
Any adverse effects or?
Depending on how you use that power, keep in mind these demon souls are not what you think. They're not just a sign of strength. They're also a sort of pseudo currency among their kind. They do not have. They do not use gold or things like that. They use souls as a free item that can be traded not only through killing but through mutual agreement.
Huh.
Wait, you said consume?
The reason the Overlord reigns on top is because he has consumed the most souls, so nobody can challenge him. That is what's flawed with their kind. He sits on top and nobody can remove him from there.
That seems like a really flawed system.
Well, that's how they were designed. It's not like something they could have helped.
I guess.
Unlike us humans, they do not work under the same laws of physics nor the same laws of reason. That is something you should consider, considering they come from a different world. Our rules may not apply to them and vice versa. They are fundamentally different creatures. They look different, they think differently, they act differently. They're aliens to us.
Wait, you say we consume their souls? What do you mean by that exactly?
The demons that you kill and consume, their energy, their souls, their life will be stored inside the bracelets, which you can use in certain ways. Be it to personally become stronger, to use it to create items, or you can use it as currency in the demon realm. That's how I use it.
Interesting. I would comment on
Any
how...
other questions about the bracelets before I continue?
I think most questions have been answered. Until we find out how to do certain things.
You'll get a chance to experience how they work firsthand very soon. Like I said, if we're going to take out the Overlord, we're gonna need all the power we can get. Our first mission is going to be to go to the battlefronts and slay a few powerful demons.
Oh, jolly.
Let's see how confident you are of your abilities after you face a real demon.
I look forward to it.
Right, that being set aside, we're gonna need some funds. He takes out another small pouch from his pocket and plants a few rather large precious gems on the table. You see Roland, who is actually very good with assessing stuff, he whistles. Your GM would whistle, but he actually can't whistle, so... Yep, that's exactly it, thank you very much. He takes out some appraisal gear and starts looking at the shit, and he goes, "Holy shit! You can buy half a kingdom with this stuff. Where did you get it? Where do you think? The other side? They have no use for this stuff."
Wait,
That's my
they
end,
have
man.
gems just lying around?
Well, not exactly lying around, but it's not exactly like they're hard to get. I killed a few powerful demons and just nicked them from their belongings, so...
Oh.
It sounds more like you mugged a few people.
Pretty much.
Hmm.
If you
I'm
call
okay with that.
killing, if you call assassinating royalty mugging, sure.
Fair enough. Damn, there's some...
Wait, demon royalty?
Yes.
How do demons have
You don't
royalty?
believe there's some barbaric mindless creatures, do you? That's not all of them, that's just the weak kind.
I wouldn't have assumed they have loyalty to any king at all if they can just gather souls and power.
The
Oh,
king has more souls than they do. It's loyalty out of fit.
their entire system is on the basis of soul strength. Once those at the top are established and unable to be moved from, everybody underneath them either has to obey or die. It's simple.
Damn, you're strong. If that's the case.
Why would you say that?
Well, if you took down a demon, let alone a normal one, who's at the top, you must be.
Don't be silly. I already told you. Fighting a demon alone is suicide.
Ah,
I cheated.
you cheated?
Stronger demons are arrogant by nature. I just used his arrogance to force him to let his guard down and make a mistake, which I took advantage of. Now you can maybe understand a bit better why I was so frustrated with your actions earlier, Iris. You were arrogant. You let your guard down. That's a mistake only a demon should make if you wanna survive.
I was going easy on them. I won't do that.
Which is
I'll leave
exactly
a
what
demon.
demons do against me. And that's exactly why I nicked their belongings.
Oh. That point. I won't make that mistake with a demon.
Right. What about the rest of you? He looks towards the masters. Royland just shrugs. Women, bulls, you know how it is. No, I don't. Well, you gotta live a little, man. How much money do you have, Royland? I don't know. Let me see if I can hook up with some noble woman this week, and maybe I can have... He just cuts him off. Gordon, my business is doing alright, you know. Blacksmithing's fine, even if there's... even without wars. I mean, our steel hasn't been very useful versus demons, but we still make a fair penny. I can send some funds over. Good. Rohana? Yeah, I'm sitting on my fortune still.
That's my inheritance.
Shut up. That's blood money. You're not getting that.
Why? I'm looking.
Because money made by extorting people and making it through, you know, bad means would set a bad example. You can't have that money.
But I would use it for good. Mostly.
Doesn't matter. It's still blood money. Shh, hush, dear. It's bad karma.
Damn it.
Also, stop mumbling. It's very unsightly.
Whatever. She's gonna go
He
and
then
get a
looks
drink.
towards Andre and she says, "You know I don't have money. I'll donate some of my magical items for the cause, you know. That should do it." He says, "Alright, that's good enough, I guess." I don't suppose any of you rookies are sitting on a fortune or anything,
I do live in a ziggurat.
which I believe isn't yours.
Yet.
Well, I do get pocket money.
You say yet, Andre just elbows you with a smile and says, "Cheeky bastard."
I just look at her back, smile, and say, yet.
I live with Roland.
Say no more. I understand your point. Roland is once again very offended.
I did not say anything bad. I just stated that I lived with Roland. He can take that as he would.
I don't have much in the way of money up.
Logan said say no more. He understands what that means.
Hey! What? Twice?
He's got to next.